Hello.
I don't know why I always get awkward when we start recording.
We've been doing this for how many years now? Why are you
I know.
awkward?
I'm still awkward. I'm just gotta start being serious now. Goodness.
I know. Did you have a good Easter?
I did, thank you. I was outside a couple times the weekend, and I booked off today because I knew I was gonna be tired. Yeah. How about you? You have been outside.
Around the outside, child.
I don't even know how you do it. You have really surpassed me in terms of going out and activities. Every blessed weekend, guys, Ollie is on the streets of Manchester somewhere. Find him at the local bar.
I don't know how to stay home. I honestly don't know how to stay home.
Honestly, I've never seen you don't get tired because you work.
I do get tired.
3 jobs, guys. 3 jobs and maybe 4, and then he's always out somehow. I don't know how he does it, honestly.
I mean, I'm tired. Today, I'm taking it easy today.
Yeah, just rest, please.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, guys, hello, welcome to the Rated Podcast where we speak about all things music and popular culture. I'm Carl CNN.
I'm Oliver.
And today we're giving you a review of Beyonce's newest album, Cowboy Carter. Before we get into that, I just wanted to say, if you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're listening to...
So I don't know why I'm laughing.
On the channel. If you're watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please continue to give us good ratings and share the podcast with your friends. It really helps with our visibility. So thank you. But yes, so back to the review. So yes, we're going to be talking about Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. So Beyonce's album, this is her, is it not her 8th studio project, I believe?
8th, yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a country album as Beyonce stated, but it is a Beyonce album. And I get what she means now that I've listened to the whole project, I think, in entirety. Although I think it does draw from country elements a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely country influence. And I saw some comments. People were like, oh, it's not a country album. It's just Beyonce singing over country beats. And then someone else commented, was like, she literally said it's a Beyonce album, not a country album. So
yeah,
that comment doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, even that in itself, though, when you talk about country music, is R&B not singing over R&B?
An R&B beat. Exactly.
So isn't any genre?
What do you want?
If you sing rock music, is it not you singing over a rock instrumental beat, whatever? So I kind of don't get the sentiment behind that statement, but yeah.
There's a lot of people that are mad or feel some kind of way that Beyonce's doing a country album for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you feel about the project overall?
So I've listened to it about 5 or 6 times all the way through, and when I first listened to it, I did find it hard to get into. I'm not going to lie, because it's for me, Renaissance was just such because it was so upbeat, and it was just it literally just punched you in the face straight away. From the first song, it was just so and I just have so much memories of Renaissance, and I think Renaissance is probably one of my favorite Beyonce albums. This one, it takes a while for you to get into, because I feel like she did it back to front. Normally, the slow songs are towards the end, but this time she did the slow songs at the beginning, and then it started to pick up towards the end. But because it's 27 songs, you're waiting ages for it to pick up, and then it finally picks up. But then you're kind of fatigued a little bit because you've listened to 22 songs already. You're like, oh my god, how much more is to go?
Can I take?
That's my one big criticism of the album, is it's just way too long for me. It's just way too long. I think some of the interludes and stuff we didn't really need. And I think if I was listening to it again all the way through, I would skip the interludes. There's only one interlude that I really actually liked, and I think it should have been a full song, and that's Desert Eagle. I liked that one. But then the rest, I get why she put them in there, because they're quite... It's to stay on the country theme, because she did voiceovers of different country artists, like Linda Martell, is that her name?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And then Willie Nelson and stuff. So I get why she put it in there, but I've just never been an interlude person, if I'm honest. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm similar to you. I feel in terms of interludes and stuff, I never really found a project that has an interlude that I'm yeah, this is great. I get why they put this in here. So I've always been interlude opposed, I would say, or adverse So
Yeah.
similar to you, especially from when Ella May did that one on her album.
Oh
Still
my
not
god, when
over it.
her talking
Elle.
over.
Oh, just can't. I'm so sorry. I don't know if because we're British as well. It just felt a bit cringe.
It was
But
funny.
yeah, I didn't really feel it. But yeah, similar to you, I'm not interlude verse. And yeah, I think I was expecting more like collaboration in terms of like these artists actually featuring because like Willie Nelson is still alive. He's quite old, but he's still alive and stuff. So I was thinking on more of like a sort of collaborative effort. I mean, with most of the artists, but there was a lot of interludes, I would say, with the older country artists, if that makes sense. But I think what was really cool about the project is that she kind of like shone a light on like black country artists that are in the genre. And I've been seeing stats online that their streams have gone up like by, millions and stuff because of the Beyonce collaborations and stuff. And even Dolly Parton's streams have listens have gone up to 20 million on Spotify for the first time ever in her career. So it's like obviously everyone's going back to listen to the original Jolene, as Beyonce has her reworked version. So yeah, I'm just thinking, should we talk about the features and then move into the standouts, the songs and stuff? Does that feel like a okay, let's not. We'll just talk about them anyway. So I guess yeah. So we featured some of the features on the project. There's Hannah Adele, there's Brittany Spencer, there's Tierra Kennedy, there's Raina Roberts, there's Willie Nelson, who's an old school country singer. There's Dolly Parton, of course, who is Dolly Parton. That is self-explanatory. There's Linda Martell. Linda Martell is one of the first like black women to be accepted in the country genre. There's Shabuzi, Miley Cyrus, which was a surprise for me. I'm not gonna lie. I expected Taylor Swift more so than Miley, but I'm not mad at it because I just think I mentioned Billy Ray Cyrus. I think in one of our episodes or something. So
yeah, you did.
We got one of the Cyruses, so yeah, I'll take that. And Post Malone and Willie Jones, and yeah, so I was really like, I don't know, I just thought I was really impressed. Like Beyonce, I just feel like she really is just kind of like shining light and helping new artists kind of come into the forefront a bit more, which I think is really cool about the project. So Hannah Adele is a country singer, black female country singer. And she actually, what do you call it? Kind of like spoke the collaboration into existence on Twitter one time. So she basically said that she basically manifested the collaboration. And she said, as one of the only black girls in the country music scene, I hope B decides to sprinkle me with a dash of her magic for a collab. That was in like February of this year. So it was just like, wow, like you tweeted that and then it actually happened.
It happened, I know.
It's crazy. And yeah, a lot of people were apparently getting onto her about that and saying like, she'll never work with you and da-da-da-da-da. And then Beyonce, being Beyonce, proves people wrong all the time. So I thought that was really special. And Willie Jones is a country singer, rapper, and he's from X Factor. He was on X Factor USA like a few years ago. So I thought it was really a full circle moment because I know we used to watch the X Factor USA. To see like him, I watched his audition again and I was like, wow, like this is where he was. And I don't think they really understood it then, the whole country thing, black man country music. And then to see that now he's been able to work with Beyonce like almost 10 years on, it's just like, don't give up. Like if you really have a dream and you really actually want to do something, just kind of keep pushing at it because you never know at what point you're going to catch your big break. So yeah.
It always surprises me how actually in tune Beyonce is with the world and like she knows stuff. Like she really is.
She be on the internet. She be lurking on the internet.
She be there.
Yeah, I agree. She's very aware. Like I think people don't think she really pays attention to stuff. But I think she really does like pay attention to stuff that she sees on the internet. She's really always wants to be in the know. I think that's how she keeps so relevant in terms of her music as well. She always wants. She's on top of things. She knows like who's new in this genre and who's popping as a producer, and she worked with the newest songwriters and new this and that. So I think she's always like on job in terms of that kind of thing. Yeah. Any collaborations surprise you? I would say. What did any surprise you? I should ask. Sorry.
I think the Post Malone one was a bit surprising. I didn't expect her to have a song with Post Malone for some reason. And like, is he really? I don't think is he considered a country singer. I think he's more of a.
Right.
Well, I don't think he's even a rapper. He's definitely like a pop star, I would say. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, I actually liked the collaboration. It was quite cool. It's nice to have like we said before. It's nice to have collaborations that are not just rappers on songs because I'm tired of that. Also, it's nice to actually hear like a duet with a male singer and a female singer. It's nice.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think Post Malone started off like a sort of rapper, I would say.
Mhm.
And I think he's kind of switched to like a sort of alternative country-ish genre now, I think. So I
Yeah.
think he's kind of moved along a little bit. But yeah, I think it was actually one of my standouts on the album in terms of like songs, I would say. But I guess we should probably talk about the songs as well that we kind of liked or that stood out to us. So would you like to go first or just mention some of the songs that you enjoyed?
So I have like 8 standouts, but I'm gonna do a top 5.
I do too, I think. Hold on, 1, 2, 3.
To
I
be
actually have
fair,
8 too. That's crazy.
to be fair, that's crazy. To be fair, it's 27 songs, so we have to have more than like
than 5
we have
or something.
5. So I actually really, really like the intro, American Requiem, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's a really strong start, and like I love the way she's like singing. A lot of things up in here. I love the way she says that. Because it really just sets the tone. It sets the tone for the album, I think.
Yeah.
And she sounds good. And then I liked 16 Carriages when it came out, and I still like it. I think it works well on the album. Then one of my favorite songs is Bodyguard. I think it's just something of sexy about it. Like it's just, I don't know what it is.
It's a funky little thing.
It's a little funky, yeah. One of the best songs in the album, I would say. Because I was worried from the beginning, because it was most of the songs in the beginning are really slow.
Yeah.
So Bodyguard kind of switches up a little bit, which is nice, because otherwise it would just be a bit of a drag, I think. And I really like Daughter as well. It's a standout for me, Daughter. And then Levi's Jeans, Riverdance, and it's going to surprise you, but my favorite song on the album is Two Hands to Heaven.
I'm not surprised.
I really like that song. Like the end bit as well. I like the way she switches up the end bit.
Yeah.
And then my last one is, I think, which is the standout on the album, is Tyrant. I think Tyrant is Act 2's Heated.
Yeah, it's given.
So yeah, those are my standouts. What about you?
Yeah, I'm similar to you. I had like a few. We said some of the same songs. I like Bodyguard too. I thought it was very funky and different. And again, I feel like she's incorporated different elements to the album. So Renaissance was a dance album, but then there was funk, there was R&B, there was soul, there was pop. Then again with this, there's like urban influence. There's like it's a bit more gritty than just country in itself. So I get why she said it's not just a country album, because it could have just been yodeling the whole time, but she incorporates other aspects. So I like Bodyguard too. I like Jolene. I thought that I knew she was gonna. We spoke about this and we said that she's gonna probably do a cover because Dolly Parton's been saying and da 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 da. So obviously when she released the track list, I was like, reworked version. I thought it was a good spin on it, like a current version, and I thought that she rewording some of the things, it gives me a bit of more of an aggressive take on Jolene, because Dolly Parton was begging Jolene to not take her man away. She also said, "Try it if you want to, hussy." She said, "Try it if you want to, baby. I'll drag you. I'm Creole from Louisiana, baby. I ain't gonna play no games."
I've seen online there's a bit of criticism about her changing the lyrics. Some people are mad about it, but I think it worked. I think she did a good job. I think it's nice to update it a little bit, I would say, rather than just...
I'm not gonna lie as well. Sorry, just not to like. I think it makes sense that she reworked it because it needs to fit in with the times and be more personal to her. And I'm sorry, no Black American woman is going to be begging somebody not to take their man. Let's be realistic. They're going to drag you. They're going to beat you or try and fight you. They're not going to be like, "Can you please not?" It's going to be like, "Try it if you want to." So I think that in itself worked. So yeah, I agree. I like Spaghetti as well, and I thought it was different as well. That's like a Linda Martell kind of feature. And I was interested in like why she called it Spaghetti. So I was like doing some research, and apparently spaghetti in terms of this context refers to Western movies, low budget Western movies made by Italian producers and directors. That's a bit racist. So I was like, they called it spaghetti. So like, we were like spaghetti Western movie, meaning that it was made by an Italian.
Oh my god, not Beyonce in her racist
video director. So I was just like, okay, random. I also liked Just for Fun. It was giving me like spiritual, like slave gospel kind of like wade in the water vibes. Kind of that's what I was getting from that. So I enjoyed that. I also liked Second Most Wanted with Miley. I think the harmonies and the vocals, the way the back and forth, like the lyricism, the vocal performance, like they both complement each other's voices so well that I didn't even realize that was even going to be a thing.
And it's because Miley is a great singer, but
I
thought that she might pale in comparison to Beyonce, but she does a tiny bit. But I think she actually keeps up. Like
she did, surprisingly.
She does well, and I think it's actually a really good collaboration. Actually, one of the best.
It is really good. It's like a surprise because I was just thinking, how's that going to sound? Like, but it sounds really good, and Miley does have a really good voice, so I can't fault her. Like, obviously, we had the era of the time that we don't really speak about anymore, that she was doing what she was doing, but we're just going to walk past that. We're going to move forward. We'll go forward.
Yeah, we move forward.
But she's a good singer.
Moved forward. She's moved forward now.
So we can
she's
too.
Fine
exactly. I agree. Like you said, I like Levi's jeans as well. I think that was really cool. Cool song, nice song. Yaya as well. I like the Yaya in the background. And
do you think Yaya? Sorry, do you think Yaya sounds a bit like "Why Don't You Love Me"?
Yeah, it does.
It sounds
it does. I thought that too. Yeah. It does proper, yeah. I like that. It did remind me of that. And so, like, Tyrant was my last song I liked as well. I think the beginning of Tyrant was giving me like Daddy's Lessons Part 2, and then we switched, and I was like,
we switched. Just such a good song, man.
I said, oh, okay, right. So yeah, it was nice. It was different. Like I think Beyonce always surprises you with like different kind of songs. And also, you know what? One thing I realized, you know how every song has like, every song that has the letter I has like two eyes. Yeah, and I was like, it's because the second act in it. So it's like, that's why she's done that. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that's so clever. Like, I was literally like, I just realized every song has like two eyes. And I was like, because it's the second act. Clever. Yeah, so I was like, okay, Beyonce, you're doing smart stuff there. So yeah, those are the songs I liked. I think those are the highlights for me. And like 16 Carriages, I think upon listening to it again, I was like, I like it a lot more.
Nice
now
song.
It fits in. And I feel like she really like, poured her heart out on a lot of the songs. I feel like she's very vulnerable and stuff on the album. So yeah, I guess we can move into like, I guess we're talking about reflections as well, but like overall reflections on the project, I guess. How did you feel about the production, that kind of thing?
I thought it was done very well. Like I said, I like it a lot more now after like a few listens, but when it did take me a while to actually enjoy it. I still think it's way, way too long. I think it could have been cut down. There's some songs on there I don't think was really needed, like My Rose, and then there was like what's that song called? 1 second. There's a song on there I was like, it doesn't really need to be there.
There's so many songs, it's difficult to keep track.
So yeah, like Alligator Tears, that's a bit forgettable. And then you have like Flamenco, which is like, she sounds good in that song, but it's like, it doesn't really need to be there. And then Oh Louisiana, there's quite a few. Even like the last song, Amen, I'm just like, it doesn't really, I don't know, it's not really a standout, it's just kind of just there to fill up the space, I think. But yeah, I think overall is very, very different to Renaissance, which I kind of expected it to be, because I think the whole point of the acts is it to be different genres and stuff. So I get why it's different. I still prefer Renaissance, I would say, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised about how many songs I actually do like on this album, because again, I'm not really the biggest country fan. But like you said, she's done well to mix genres in with country. So I'm happy that she put, because like I said, there are very much slow songs in there, but I'm happy she did. You know, it's Beyonce, she's always going to put like a ratchet song on there. So I'm happy she does a few.
For real though.
So yeah, that's why I like Tyrant and River. Even River Dance is like, bounce on that house. Bounce. I like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, I actually think it's a really, really good album. And I'm actually interested to see where Act 3 is going to go. I think it's like teased that it's going to be a rock album. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I think overall, I think it's a good album. But still, I prefer Renaissance. But I think Renaissance was just I don't know, it was just a bit of me. It's just, yeah. Also, she kind of well, I don't know if it's a rumor, but it's rumored that she's announced her tour. Or she's going to announce her tour.
Yeah,
so like the ticket sites and stuff have been teasing it. So I think she's going to go on tour in December, I think it said. So,
yeah, I saw the 15th and 16th of December or some theatres or somewhere. Some stadium somewhere, I don't know, in America or somewhere. I was just like, oh God, please, I don't have any money, Beyonce. I'm actually poor. Like,
I know, I can't.
I'm still recovering from last year. Like,
God,
please, I might have to give it one a miss. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I think it's even greedy to be going to so many Beyonce concerts. So I'll let the new fans have it.
Do you know what I've noticed? Like recently, like she accepted the Innovator Award at the
iHeartRadio Awards.
and if she's been around, but she's always like she's keeping to the country theme. Like she's wearing country outfits, and I really like that. Like
the cowboy hat, with the leather like ensemble. Yeah, I like that fit. That was actually nice. I can't lie.
But yeah. Anyway, what are your last thoughts of the album overall?
Also, I'm just gonna insert a picture of her wearing that fit in here because I just feel like
not your edited bag. Jesus. You're so stupid.
I know, sorry, I'm so gassed, guys. I don't have to put pictures of videos now. I'm next level. Goodness. Oh, who am I? Yeah, I like the production overall. I thought it was really good. Engineering, I think the background effects and everything was really smooth in the song. Yeah, I really like some of the themes and messages as well on some of the songs as well. And yeah, like you said, I know some of the songs are forgettable. Like Flamenco, could have missed a couple songs, but it reminded me of like some song that you'd hear like in a Western like fight scene with people drawing their guns and like going to a standstill, whatever they call it, I don't even know. So that was interesting. I like some of the things she did on the project as well. Like I feel like because it was a bit more stripped back, I could hear more of like her growls and some of her inflections and the way she said certain things and sang certain things were different, or they stood out a bit more because of that. And I was just thinking about the album overall, and I was thinking, like, in terms of themes, like, it feels like it's a sort of, like, the Renaissance was a sort of homage to, like, Uncle Johnny, so that was, like, a huge inspiration for that project. And this era feels like it's a sort of reference to her mother a lot, because she spoke about her mum quite a few, and motherhood, and that kind of thing on quite a few songs, and protecting her children, like, and that kind of thing, and she's referenced her mum and Jolene, and some of the other songs, I think it was, what did she say, Jolene? I am still a Creole bitch from Louisiana or something like that. Yeah. Something like that. And yeah, her mom's from Louisiana, her mom's Creole. And then on Levi Jeans, he mentioned, I think she was like, where'd you get that from? And she was like, you just see my mum kind of thing. So a lot of reference to mums. And then the whole hair care thing as well ties back to her mum. So she released a hair care line. And her mum was a hairdresser for a long time doing her hair. Whatever. And then even the pictures and stuff for the hair care, like it's her mum doing her hair, her doing Blue Ivy's hair, Blue Ivy doing Rumi's hair. So there's a lot of reference to her mum. So it's giving Renaissance his like homage to Uncle Johnny, Cowboy Carter. Even the Beyonce thing like is obviously tied to her mum's lineage as well. So it's giving homage to mum. So then it makes me think about what Act 3 would be in terms of like who that might be paying homage to. Is it going to be like her dad or like Destiny's Child? Or, you know what I mean?
That'd be cool. If it's Destiny's Child, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because it makes me think now, because I was thinking she's doing this thing where she's reclaiming genres that black people were heavily involved in, but now are like guests in, so to speak. So it would make sense if she was going to go to rock. But then at the same time, if it's going to close off the 3 kind of act run, is it going to be like an R&B album? Then will we incorporate reference to Destiny's Child if that's going to be the case, or like, well, I don't know. I'm excited to kind of see what she does next. That's the thing about Beyonce; you never know what she's going to do next. Like, she's very innovative in that sense, so she deserves the award from iHeart.
Yeah, she does. She really does.
When I think of innovation, I think of Beyonce entirely. So, yes. Yeah, sorry, say something.
I was gonna say, I think that because the album is long and there's so many songs, I think it's one of those albums where when I keep going back to it, I probably will find new favorites after a while. Which is nice. That's a nice way to like listen to an album because if you listen to an album and then you don't like stuff, like sometimes you listen to an album, you don't like it, and straight away you probably wouldn't go back to it. But because it's a Beyonce album, you're probably going to go back to it, so it makes you appreciate it a bit more. Like the more you listen, because one thing I would say about Beyonce albums, they are like full projects rather than just albums. So it's like you've got to take your time with it rather than just because I've even with Renaissance, I went back to it many times and I found new favorites after a while. I remember you didn't even used to like Heated, and then
I didn't.
So yeah, I like that about her albums. I like that you can find new stuff.
You're right though. I think with Renaissance, I didn't like it. So I didn't get it at first. So like the first couple of months, I was like, "What is this?" And then you from Time liked Heated and stuff, and I was like,
I did. I loved it.
Just don't see the vision. Then something happened to me. I don't know what happened. Maybe like when she started touring, like I started seeing it live, or maybe I don't know. At one point, I listened to it with my earphones in, like full blast in the gym, and I was like, "Oh, this is something."
You like it now?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I'm so late." Gosh, so it's funny. Yeah, so I think you're right. You can't like I don't think with Beyonce albums, you've got to take time with them. I think once you listen to them a few times, you kind of understand what she's doing, the message of the project, and it kind of grows on you, I would say. So I would never be like, oh, this album's terrible, like 0 out of 10 kind of thing. I feel like it always takes time to grow. Anya. And yeah, I guess final thoughts before I guess we kind of give ratings. I as I mentioned, I think it makes reference to her mother a lot. So yeah, like I mentioned, the homage thing with like Uncle Johnny and Renaissance. Now it's like that with her mom. I think it's nice that it's stripped back. It shows off her vocals a bit more. I think it's very intimate and it's very focused on storytelling a bit more. So I think with Renaissance, we talked about maybe the lyrical content not really being there. It was just like a fun, album, whatever. She even said that she recorded this album before Renaissance, but she put out Renaissance first because she felt like the world was in a sad place and she just wanted everyone to dance. And I think that was very Beyonce just does us service. Like she actually,
I know,
is just,
she really does.
She's just doing us favors when she doesn't even need to. Like she said, "Oh, the world is sad. Let's put out dance albums so everyone can dance and have fun." Oh.
I'm happy that she did it this way around. I think it works.
I think so too. It's like you've given us some, dance upbeat. I remember we were literally saying the lyrical content is not really there. Like what are the songs about, kind of thing. But it's just fun. So sometimes you don't need to have like deep songs all the time. Sometimes just have fun and shake your nash. So so yeah, but this is a bit more intimate. There's more like storytelling and stuff, but then she still has fun, upbeat songs like River Dance and Tyrant that are different and make you want to move.
My friend Reese he's ordered the CD and he just said to me just now that apparently on the CD version Tyrant has an extra verse.
Oh really?
So I'm excited to see how that is.
Also, you just reminded me that apparently I was seeing some discourse online. People have the vinyls and stuff, and apparently it says Beyonce on the side in terms of like album name. So I think that's what she was going to call the album, but she changed it. I think.
Oh, I didn't. Last minute. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think people, if she called it Beyonce, people would have just been confused. They would have thought that was a spelling mistake or something, even though she's explained it now. But yeah, it kind of makes sense. I think Cowboy Carter. I didn't like the name at first, but I kind of like it now. It's kind of catchy.
It's grown on me. It has a bit of a ring to it. I know we were both like at first, could have called it something else. Houston Hottie was what I said, but no. Sorry, I don't know.
Houston Hottie.
That feels like it will suit Megan more, so I don't know why I said that. But yeah. I like it overall, generally. So I think it's a good album. I guess some songs have more replayability than others, but that's like typical with most projects. You're gonna be drawn to more songs than others. I'm gonna rate it. I'll give it like an 8.5 / 8.5 out of 10, I think.
I think I'll give it an 8.
Yeah. It feels quite solid in that sense.
I think it is, solid. Even though there's some songs I don't like, it's still I can appreciate that it's a really good album. Yeah. Or like the theme of it is just really good. Yeah. Do you want to add 2 songs from it to the playlist then?
Yeah, sure. As in 2 songs each or 1 song each? Is that what you mean?
1 song each, yeah. Or we can put 2 if you want.
I know we can do 1. One's fine. It's fine.
One's fine. Yeah, one's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. At the end of our review, as you know, we always add a new song to our playlist, the rated playlist 2, the second rated playlist, second playlist. It's on Spotify. We'll send the links in the bio.
Yeah,
you'll see the links, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, so we always add a new song, or old school song. But this week, because we're doing a review, we will add 1 song from Beyonce's project each. I'm gonna add Levi's Jeans. Levi's Jeans, sorry. With Post Malone, I think.
That's a lot of people's favourite track.
Yeah, I actually really like it. It stood out to me really quite a lot. Yeah.
I'm going to add Tyrant because this album's heated and I have to.
It wouldn't be you if we didn't add this album's heated. Love
Tyrant,
that.
yeah, definitely. And it's just like, I think it's going to blow up this summer. That's such a summer song.
I think it will too.
So, yeah. Also, I don't know what she's going to do about singles and stuff, but I know she's not really a singles person. But one thing that she's done different with this album, she's put lyric videos on YouTube to most of the songs, which is quite interesting. She didn't do that with Renaissance.
No, so anything really. Or if we did it, so I don't know.
Maybe there's some visuals waiting for us, but I don't think there will.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like I've accepted the fact that we might not get them until the end of Act 3. It's like you said, to kind of close it off and have a sort of video anthology. So I'm okay with that. I think it's interesting when you can have music and just enjoy it without a video. It shows that it's good music.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily need. I want them, but we don't need them.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, it's okay. I've been banging heated for like how many years now without the video, so it'll only make me like it more.
I was gonna say it'd be interesting though if she does do the whole video thing at the end of Act 3. It'll be interesting to like hear those songs again after so many years. Because it'll be like 4 something years. So it will make people go back to the album, I would say. So it'll be quite clever.
It will. It will re-chart. I'm sure some of the songs will re-chart and re-peak and stuff. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, but guys, thank you for listening to our review or watching, whichever one you're doing, because we know we're on different platforms now, guys. You know, YouTube, on the tube.
You're so stupid.
I'm just here for it all. Yes, but guys, thank you. We really appreciate all the love and the response to us being on YouTube and stuff. We have new subscribers and we have lots of views, surprisingly, in the last month, which is crazy. So really appreciative of that. If you do like our podcast, please, as I said, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends, please. Really helps kind of grow the podcast. If you're listening on Apple Music and Spotify, please continue to rate and share with your friends as well. Genuinely appreciate it. If you want us to talk about something music-wise, popular culture-wise, there's a show you've seen and you want us to review it, we're doing reviews as well on TV shows. So please email us at theratedpodcast1@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we're at ratedpodcast. My personal Instagram is at CarlCNN.
And mine is at Olivade.
And we will talk at you on the screen next time.
Yes. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Adios.